Anthony Gair will introduce Robert Morgenthau.
Good morning. Congratulations to the 2009 graduating class of the Storm King School. It's my honor and great privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, the Honorable Robert M. Morgenthau, the District Attorney for New York County. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with New York City, that's Manhattan. If anyone told me as a young lawyer that I would have the opportunity to be on the same stage as Robert M. Morgenthau, much less to introduce him, I would have said, you gotta be kidding me. But here I am. For those of us who have grown up in the city of New York, Robert M. Morgenthau is a living legend. I was told to be brief. Now, two problems with that. I happen to be a trial lawyer. Secondly, I happen to be introducing the Honorable Robert M. Morgenthau, but I intend to follow my orders. Robert M. Morgenthau has lived a life of public service. The spirit of justice and humanity and fairness that has embodied his professional life will be forever green. Let me just tell you a little bit about this great man. Robert M. Morgenthau, during World War II, served in the United States Navy. He attained the rank of lieutenant commander, earning both a Bronze and a Gold Star. He then thereafter went to law school, graduated from Yale Law School. In 1961, he started his career as a prosecutor, having been appointed as U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York by then President John F. Kennedy. He served with great distinction as U.S. Attorney for 8.5 years until he was unfortunately forced out due to the election of Richard M. Nixon. As a U.S. Attorney, Mr. Morgenthau became known for his prosecution of organized crime, white-collar crime, and public corruption cases. Some of you may say, well, what's the big deal with prosecuting organized crime? Well, you have to remember that we had a director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in those days who didn't believe there was organized crime and denied the fact that there was such an organization as the Mafia. Not so, our honored speaker. In 1974, Mr. Morgenthau was elected as the district attorney for New York County. He has run successfully for office 9 times. He has not been opposed in a general election for this office since 1985. When Mr. Morgenthau first took office in 1974, the felony conviction rate in New York County was hovering around 73%. By 1980, it was over 80%, and it's been close to 90% ever since. Mr. Morgenthau has revolutionized the way a district attorney's office is organized. He has created numerous special units within the trial division of the DA's office. Among them, and most importantly, the sex crime unit, which was the first unit in the United States dedicated to the prosecution of sexual offenses, rape, sexual abuse, and any other sexual offense. He is known and revered throughout our country, and he is an institution in the city of New York. For those of us who live in the city, and my parents were lawyers, and Mr. Morgenthau was discussed over the dinner table for as long as I can remember, since my early days in high school. But for those of us who live in the city, when a crime is committed, let's say in Queens, you might see in the tabloids, Queens DA's office investigating. Crime committed in the Bronx, Bronx DA's office investigating. Anywhere that county's DA's office investigating. Crime committed in Manhattan, Morgenthau's office investigating. Or as the New York Post or Daily News might say, Morgie investigating. Scores of prominent lawyers and judges learned their trade, learned how to practice law in the office of Robert M. Morgenthau. Among the most prominent at the present time is the Honorable Sonia Sotomayor, President Obama's recent nominee for the United States Supreme Court. She spent, as I recall, and I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, the first 4 years of her career after graduation of law school as an assistant district attorney in Mr. Morgenthau's office. Little known fact, and maybe some of you know it, who are Law and Order fans. The original district attorney in Law and Order, Adam Schiff, was based on the career of Mr. Morgenthau. Our commencement speaker, the District Attorney of New York County, the Honorable Robert M. Morgenthau.